We talked about Isaiah. And then can you tell me who David is really quick? And then I'll go through Isaiah again. So David said he's like a father figure, somebody you look up to. Maybe you have something on display or from his celebration of life in honor of his memory. And then he says that he went down in steps. It's like one thing went wrong, then another thing went wrong, and then another thing went wrong. So this is what David said. So tell me a little bit about David. And so for Isaiah, we had talked about he passed suddenly, unexpectedly, took partial responsibility. And it was like a cycle that just kept repeating itself, and he didn't expect it to happen until the moment it happened. And she had explained to us how this was a self-inflicted, so that's why he takes partial responsibility. And then we talked about, it was a sudden thing. It wasn't planned, but it was a string of mental health until and then he had talked about how, and we are re-recording this, that's why I'm explaining it. He talked about how it was kind of like watching a car roll down a hill, but there's nothing you could do to stop it or like get the character out of the way. Seemed very like, out of body. And so this was self-inflicted. He was young. Then we talked about this grandma with short hair. She seems sweet, like a mother figure. She's really just happy to be here and wants to like bake cookies, like a typical grandma type of person. Okay, cool. So, and Alyssa said that she was really distraught over Isaiah because she watched him struggle and she watched him refuse the help. And so that could be, yeah, of course he'd come through to thank you and take the responsibility for those cycles. Yeah, and he was even offered help, which just shows you how broken the human was, to be honest. Wow. And then Alyssa says about David that she has a picture of him and her mom. So that's pretty great that he came through and talked about the picture. How did David end up passing? And then is that your grandma or is that just miscellaneous old lady hanging out with you? She tells me butterflies. This guy gives me 1111 and music. Him and my mom broke up after 9 years. So he's like a father figure. Aww. And then he even points to it. Okay, well, he's still a guardian angel for you. Mm-hmm. And I have 2 grandmothers on the other side. Dang. And all you were going for was Isaiah. Well, there's those 3. All very happy to be here, all very happy to come through for you. Pay attention to your dreams, be a little more aware. I think you need to work a little bit on grounding yourself and like fucking breathing a little bit because you're so lost in what you got to do for everybody else. You don't even you're not like necessarily in your moment or taking a breath and like, God, it's not worth it being so stressed over shit. Like, trying to live for 7 different people is literally not the point of being an individual. Okay, that's how I feel for you. I love you though. Love you for real, mean it. Love you, mean it.